You must learn to become more selective about the people within your close circle. And if necessary, start cutting them off. On your way to the top, on your way to leaving bad habits, bringing in good habits, building a business, scaling up something big. Maybe you are competing in high-level sport. Maybe you're trying to build an online presence. But whatever it is, you're going to have some struggles. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. But it will be made much harder or easier by the people that you choose to have in your life, depending on who they are and depending on what they bring to the table. Now look, if somebody's in your life right now and they're not adding value, they're not 100% supporting you and believing in you, and they're not making you feel better for having them in your life, you need to cut them off. You see, you need to start seeing your life with a more business mind to it. If you were running a business and you found that a lot of your employees were speaking to each other with very bad language, very poorly, not communicating well enough and not getting on, and subsequently this was affecting the business, you would make a decision to get rid of those employees and replace them with people who had better attitudes and a better mindset that is actually going to help the business to grow and not hold it back. But for some reason, in your life it's different. For some reason, that friend who hasn't given any value for years and quite frankly makes your life more difficult is still around. And I say, look, at this stage, you need to cut them off. If they're not bringing value, they're not helping you, they're not making you feel good about what it is you're trying to do, you come up with an idea and they automatically try and give you reasons to not pursue it, they try and shoot you down, then at some point or another you've got to ask yourself, at what point does it turn from their fault to your fault for them still being in your life? Because people in my life I have had to cut off completely because they weren't helping me. They weren't providing value. They were actually making things more difficult. And I learned at one point or another that if I kept those people in my life, the only person it's going to affect is me in a negative way. And there comes a moment where you've got to look at the people in your friend group, you've got to look at the people within your close circle and become brutally honest. And start saying to yourself, right, who is going to help and who's going to harm? Because if you're trying to do something different, trying to become the first millionaire in your family, trying to launch the first business that anyone's ever made in your family, then you're going to be preoccupied with a lot of things. You're going to be very busy. And one thing that isn't going to help you is having people that are trying to bring you down from your inner circle. You need people within your inner circle who truly support you, who truly believe in you, people that are trying to give you ideas to help you, people that are giving up their time for you. They are people that are going to enrich your life and help you to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And quite frankly, if someone's not doing that, they don't deserve to be in your inner circle. As I said, it's time to become more business-minded. It's time to start cutting people off that don't reward you with anything. It's time to start cutting people out of your life that aren't bringing anything to the table, that aren't adding value to your life, that aren't helping you with anything. If you're finding that your close friends are talking you down out of ideas that you really believe in, without any substance, they're just saying, no, you can't do that, I don't believe in you, they're not your real friends. It's time to let go. And you might say to yourself, well, I don't want to lose my friends. And I would say, look, they're not really your friends anyway. They're with you right now, circumstantially. But when things get difficult and you're finding yourself in a tough spot, they're not going to be there for you. So you might feel the loss in the short term, but in the long term, you'll be grateful to get rid of that dead weight. Don't mistake company for friendship. There are a lot of people that will hang around with you for convenience. They'll spend time with you, they'll drink with you, but it's under a set of circumstances that are convenient for them. Real friends will hang around with you when it's inconvenient. Real friends will support you when it's inconvenient. The friends that will cancel plans to help you out with something. The friends that will be there at a moment's notice. They are the people you want within your circle. If you have people that don't fit that mold in your life and you feel like you're doing some kind of charitable work keeping them around, get them gone. Your life is not a joke. And if you surround yourself with jokers, it's going to affect you in some way or another. It's going to affect your ability to hit your goals. You're not going to find that when you have lows in motivation that these friends are going to pick you up. They're going to bring you down. You want friends around you that are going to kick your ass to inspire you, to push you further. Not that you shouldn't be inspired on your own anyway, but when you have those lows in motivation, good friends are going to inspire you. They're going to push you. They're going to say, come on man, work harder. Keep pushing. Good work. I see you. Let's do more. On Saturday, let's meet up. Let's come up with a plan together on this particular thing. They're the friends you want in your life, and you must be more selective. You've really got to be brutally honest and treat this in a business-like sense. You've got to look at a person and you've got to ask yourself, is this person going to elevate me? Is this somebody that I can see is here for the long term? Is this somebody that is going to enrich my life? And if they're not, if you don't see it, cut them off. You haven't got time to waste. It can feel brutal. But I've had it even with childhood friends, where I've had to cut them off because they quite frankly weren't helping me with anything, and I found that they were bringing me down, and the environments that I would spend time with them within were bringing me down. And when I tried to spend time with that friend away from that particular environment, it wasn't possible. And I learned the hard way. So don't learn the hard way. Cut them off now. If somebody's not adding value to your life, if somebody doesn't truly believe in you, somebody isn't really respecting you in the way that you deserve to be respected, let them go, cut them off. You haven't got time to waste. Look guys, if you took some value from this video today, make sure to smash the like button, comment your thoughts down below, and of course if you are new around here, subscribe to my channel. It makes a huge difference. And look, for those of you that are already subscribed and you're seeing this video today, be sure to turn on the notifications bell so that every single time I post you are alerted. As always guys, thank you for your time and your attention, and I will see you in the next one.